Greetings.
Hey,
Hello.
good. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Yep.
Good, good, good. I'm Ian. Probably already can see that in the bottom corner. Obviously, I have a chat with you about your upcoming Australian tour. Do want to get first off the bat though and wish you happy birthday for tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Awesome.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
you still,
literally just got up, so I'm just trying to sort myself out. Cool.
oh, you got to get the aesthetic with the crows in the background and stuff like that. The whole image has to be there.
I'm just trying to get comfortable, to be honest. Yeah, cool.
Awesome. Yeah, so happy birthday. Are you will you still be at home or will you be in, is it Czech Republic tomorrow?
No, still at home tomorrow, but then a really stupidly early uh leaving on Friday. Yeah, Vienna, Czech Republic, then Croatia.
Nice, 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 nice. All right. Well, first time back in Australia in I think what 4 years is it?
Five, I think, yeah.
Yeah,
Pre-pandemic.
yeah, pre-pandemic. The it's based on the Trouble in Their Double album, the live album. That's the what we've been told. Um, so is the set list going to be essentially that, or is it still going to be something a bit different?
Um, I don't know who told you about the live album. I guess we're in support of it. I would actually say we haven't toured Existence is Futile yet, although we have just currently just finished delivering a new album to the record company. So that's going to be out uh, early next year with the first single 24th of September, I believe, which is around the beginning of the Australian tour. So it's a bit of everything, I guess. Um, so no real plan for supporting anything. So we're falling in some weird hinterland between albums. And you've got the pandemic to thank for that, really. So everybody's kind of playing catch up on things. So the set list will reflect that. It'll be a mixture of old and goldies and fan favorites and etc. etc. Music from across the plethora of our releases.
Excellent, excellent. And like you said, especially the new stuff, because that came out in what 21, and the last time you were
Yeah,
here was what 20. So yeah, yeah, brilliant. Um,
2019. Sorry, we were here.
yeah, so that was about September as well, wasn't it? September, August, October, 2019.
Yeah, September, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, nice. It's a good time of year. You actually preempted one of my questions, which was about the new album, because it was mentioned last month it was in mixing. So you've now mentioned it's going to be out early next year. Is there um is there a title for the album? Are you allowed to tell me?
No, I can't talk about it. I've been literally said no talking about the album at all. Not until the first single comes out, at least.
24th, yeah.
Guess we're quite a way away from it.
Although we have heard I don't know how true this is, Ed Sheeran maybe on it, a fellow person from the neck of your
It's
woods.
not on he's not on the new album, no. But we have done a song with him.
All right, cool.
And that's going to be released next year. The reason for that being is that we had to follow certain protocols with his releases. So although the song was recorded a year and a half ago, in fact, and we can't release it until 2025. It's just the way it is. So you just had to suck it up. It's great. It's people are going to love it, I think. It's just weird sitting on a song for 3 years.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing of uh with you guys, I'm from the UK originally. So I mean, I grew up with you guys in the 90s and that. And the thing about your band has always been while people will automatically look at your imagery, they may listen to your music, and then they'll go and typecast you in this little box over here and say, this is who Cradle of Filth is. As a band and as a person like yourself, you've very much been always had a presence in this world, whether it's Ed Sheeran, Bring Me the Horizon, movies, TV shows, all that sort of thing. Um, do you kind of enjoy that juxtaposition of what people think and then what people see?
I was actually going to use the word juxtaposition because people ask why, we're not doing cover versions with Glenn Benton or, someone of that ilk. And it's like, well, I just enjoy the marriage of extremes. I think if you're going to do something, like a cover version, you can do something that's a bit out of your comfort zone. Um, something's going to be exciting to do. I think a marriage of working with bands like Bring Me the Horizon, Twisted, 69 Eyes, Motionless in White. They're so far removed from the field of play that we're involved in that it just makes it very exciting and very different. And the Ed Sheeran song, obviously, completely two opposites come together, and it really works. Yeah, I mean, it's he's playing acoustic guitar and singing as Ed Sheeran would. There's a blast beat in there. I scream. It's got a huge chorus. It's very Cradle of Filth, but it's very Ed Sheeran. So it's just a very um, you have to be very careful how you're going to do these things. It's like a puzzle box that has to be solved, and it only works if you put all the pieces in the right places. And that's the challenge, I think, when somebody approaches and said, we got this band, blah, blah, blah. And you go, oh my God, really? They're like a pop band or whatever. And they want to do a cover view. Like, oh, really? Well, that sounds more interesting than doing it with, a grindcore band where I'm just going to sound the same as, you'd expect me to on it.
As everyone else. So do you get uh, creatively wise then? That is, do you almost get more joy out of like say sticking the middle finger up by doing that rather than saying, yeah, I'm just going to cater to black metal fans, death metal fans, whatever. I mean, you still are catering to them, but at least just really stepping outside and pushing everyone's comfort zone.
Yeah, well, I think that's true. Yeah, I don't know about sticking middle fingers up to our fans. That'd be a bit pointless. But yeah, it's just being out of the comfort zone, and all the covers we've delivered have always been pretty top notch. I think. So yeah, that's it. Just doing stuff that's out of comfort zones that people are not used to. People are speaking about, and they're good songs. At the end of the day, it's about the song, not
Yeah,
just about Cardi B featuring whoever.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Good point. So, I mean, you've been to when you came to Australia in I think it was 2019. If I'm correct, that was because I'm in Adelaide. Okay, now if
All
I'm
right,
correct, that was the first time you've been.
neighbors,
Sorry.
neighbors.
Yeah.
When they when they from Adelaide,
No, they were from Melbourne. Neighbours was Melbourne.
was it? Oh, I always thought it was
Mm.
Adelaide. I'm a
Yeah.
flaming star.
Yeah. It's. Did you What was my question? I've thrown off there from Neighbours. Neighbours is awful. It's still going, I think. No, Home and Away is still going. Besides the point.
Shit.
Um,
Wow.
obviously when you came here in 2019. My understanding is the first time you've been here in quite some time, or certainly Adelaide for quite some time. Um, do you? How do you feel your fan base in Australia? Because this is an Australian centric question. Is differs from the rest of the world that you have to make such the long journey to come over here because it's not. We all know it's a trek from the UK.
It is a trek indeed. And usually we'd offset that by doing a load of shows on that side of the world, Japan, New Zealand, Singapore, etc., etc. But this time um, we've had to squeeze Australia in before we embark on a big Australia, sorry, we've had to fit it in post summer tour, summer holidays. And it's ridiculous, some holidays, but our band has people in it that have children. So we have to designate 2 weeks because we're so busy that those 2 weeks are like gold dust to us. And we've all obviously been hassled a lot about, do you really need to take a holiday? And it's like, yeah, if not for us, for our children. But yeah, that needs to be squeezed in between the summer and then the autumn, where we've got a big run in the UK
Sure.
and Europe. Um, and we definitely wanted to come to Australia. So Australia is a standalone and it's worthwhile. Obviously, we haven't been for a long while. the fans are as rabid as they are elsewhere. I wouldn't say that they're different. They're just Australian, and they're, it's always a pleasure to come over and play to. We've got a great, strong fan base in Melbourne. I can't remember the capacity of the place, 1,500 or something. It's been
Yeah,
sold out for over a month. Um, so yeah, there's a call to come, and we've answered it.
yeah. Well, I think you've got two sold out shows, and one's pretty close to selling out as well, isn't it? I think it's Sydney sold out as well, and Brisbane's pretty close to selling out.
Allegedly, apparently.
No, hopefully.
Well,
Okay, so that'll do. Um, so I mean, one of I mean, you've always, as a band, you're always doing many different projects and going to and doing various different things. With that, though, as a musical style, you have changed as well from album to album to album. And not only has that happened, then there has been a knock-on effect of record labels also changing. Um,
that's not a knock-on effect. That's just us getting, you know, doing the right thing for our band, keeping things fresh. And also some record labels, you either tire of them or they tire of you, or it's just trying fresh things. I mean, it's like a career, any career. Um, moving from one job to another. We need what's best for the band. And as in the case of our previous label, Nuclear Blast, we were there for 3 albums, um, and whatever, amount of releases and special editions. And after that period of time, which was like, I think 6, 7 years, we decided, well, we just want to try something new.
okay, that's actually, I didn't really think that. I thought maybe that the record labels didn't understand you as a band and what you were trying to do.
No,
I mean,
I think the only time that's ever happened is being on Sony. And we were obviously pre-warned before joining Sony that Nick Raphael, the MD there who'd signed us, would probably not be in the same position come a year later. And he wasn't. He was moved to a different country with a different job requisite. And subsequently, they didn't really know what to do with us and
mm,
kindly let us just go without any ties or whatever. And we walked, very nicely onto Roadrunner from that. But other than that, it really has just been a case of, well, we've done our tenure with us. It's been like 8 years, 10 years, whatever, and we just want to move on and try new things. Life is about new experiences, and trying to improve oneself and that. And at the end of the day, we're trying to make music for the fans. And I guess record companies are a delivery system.
yeah,
It's the
give us your hit.
nuclear and yeah, we just want what's best for that. And we'll try new things.
You always have. You always have. There's something that's always been good about you, and the fans have always stuck by you as a band as well when you do that. I mean, sometimes they can disappear, but your fans have always been loyal, really, and just growing. That's my view anyway, over the decades. In saying that, though, um, controversy, I can't even say it, fuck's sake. Controversial moments haven't been far
It's
from
censored.
the. um, I mean, controversial moments haven't been far from the band over the years. Probably the most famous being that T-shirt. And I remember the uproar it caused in the mid-90s. I think some guy got arrested in Egypt for things like that. That was a long time ago. We get that. But isn't that also marketing genius?
Well, I guess if you think about it in past tense, yeah, maybe, but it wasn't really thought about when we were kids sitting on a lawn of our record company back in 93.
Yeah.
Um 1893, that is. Um yeah, it
On
may
that time.
be. It's not marketing genius if you had no prior knowledge of it. It was a happy accident.
Yeah.
At the time, we were kids and we thought it was hilarious, and it was a kind of satanic slash anarchic statement of intent that obviously stuck in people's craws. Otherwise, it wouldn't still be a popular design. What come 30 plus years later?
I would argue it's probably the most iconic T-shirt in metal. I can't think of another one that's as iconic. Everybody knows, even if you don't know who Cradle of Filth's music, everybody knows who that T-shirt belongs to, which I think it's genius, to be perfectly honest, in that concept there. So you've mentioned albums, because we haven't got much longer to go. So you've got the tour in Europe. Oh, very quick one. Butcher Babies. You're going to be touring with them,
Yeah.
and their
Well, not
singers
in
now left.
Australia. In Australia, it's Infected Rain.
Yeah, yeah. But in Europe, it's going to be Butcher Babies, and their singers just left. Does that impact the tour at all?
No, she actually left a long time ago. She's only just got around to announcing it. If you follow Butcher Babies, Heidi's just been posting pictures of herself for the last 3, 4 months, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've been touring as a just with one singer since then.
Okay.
It's not a new thing. It's just that I think I think Carla just decided this is the time to officially announce.
Right. You're touching on their Infected Rain. I think it's their first time in Australia. I mean,
Yeah.
what can we? I mean, what's your thoughts on Infected Rain and what you think they can bring to the
Well,
theatre of the show?
they're label mates with us, and we always tour with bands slightly outside of our genre again because, well, it's just something we've always done. We've toured, we've had War, CKY, Typo Negative, uh, with hundreds of bands supporting us, and only a few of them, only like maybe 30% of them have been bands like like Satyricon or Immortal, bands of that ilk, Dissection, um, that have been relatively like the band. Obviously, we do tour of extreme bands as well. Infected Rain are an extreme band. They're just slightly
Mm.
different from what we do. And I think our fans appreciate that because it keeps things from being um, segregated and like oh, this is only for this kind of show and whatever. It's I think hopefully Cradle of Filth kind of traverse um, different genres, or at least that's what I'd like to think. But Infected Rain are very exciting, very heavy, very visual. Got great songs. They've got a great fan base in Australia. Um, yeah, very much looking forward to touring with them for the first time.
Nice, nice. Well, we all love the theatre Cradle of Filth, the vaudeville. We all love it. It's what I believe you're very well known for. Is that is a show. It's not just music. There is the act that comes with it. You definitely get your money's worth. Um, I've only got 20 minutes, so I've got to go. But I will be at the show when you do play in Adelaide. I can't wait. It'll be, I think, the third or fourth time I've seen you. So thank you very much for your time, Dani. I know you've got a busy day, and I look forward to the
Pleasure.
album and the tour in 2 months.
Yeah, absolutely. See you in Adelaide. Yeah, very much looking forward to coming. Can't wait.
Excellent.
To get some decent weather.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah, it's actually warm today. Yeah. All right. Take care. All the best.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. You take
Thank
care
you.
too.